Hello, everyone. Welcome to my podcast. Today is Thursday. This means that today is crime time. Before I start with today's video, I would like to thank everyone that watched my last video, Maura Murray Part 2. I had lots of views. I was not expecting that at all. So thank you kindly. And I had a very positive feedback as well. So please, if you like my channel, if you like my content, please do subscribe to my YouTube channel. I will be posting crime-related videos every week. And without further ado, let's dive into today's topic. On today's episode, we're going to talk about the theories, what could have happened, what could have gone wrong. So remember that today is the last video on Maura Murray that I will be posting for the time being. I'm not saying that I won't be making more videos about Maura Murray, because you could be speaking about Maura Murray for ages and you would never be not knowing what to say about her. Because she left us, God knows where is she now, more than 18 years ago, and when she vanished, she left us with a big question mark, and her disappearance remains to this day a huge mystery. There is no official theory, there is no proof of a crime, so I'm never going to talk about Maura Murray's case as a crime itself. I'm just saying it could be or it could not be, because there is no evidence of a crime and there is no evidence that foul play happened. So today we're going to discuss what could have happened to Maura Murray. The first theory is that she willingly wanted to run away. Probably because she needed to clear her head and get away from her life problems and all the stress. By the time that Maura Murray disappeared, she was constantly under very stressful situations. She had been dismissed from West Point. She had to leave her boyfriend Bill down at West Point, and she had to start nursing at UMass in Amherst, more than 1,500 miles away from Bill. She had been busted for credit card fraud. She was on probation. So it is safe to think that she could have willingly wanted to run away. Not run away forever, but just for a short period of time so she could clear her head. And that's actually what her family thinks too, that she was stressed because on top of everything that I've just mentioned, she just found out that Bill had cheated on her. They did not separate, not as far as we know, because they were exchanging messages back and forth on the day that she disappeared. However, she did not feel in the mood. She was not really in the mood to speak with him. Called Maura and she sent him a message. I'm not feeling like talking right now. But she texted him, "Love you, stud." So we think that they did not separate, but she had learned that Bill was cheating on her. So all of this was taking its toll on Maura. That's why it is safe to think that she could have willingly wanted to get away at least for a week, a weekend, a short period of time, just to clear her head. It is also safe to think that she ran away because everything in her room was boxed up, and she had removed the posters from the walls, had lied about a death in the family. She emailed her professors and her supervisor at UMass saying that she would have to be absent, that she would have to be away, that she wouldn't be attending classes or work for a few days because there had been a death in her family. This obviously was not true. Nobody in her family passed away at that time. She clearly made this up in order to be able to run away and not having people wondering where she was. Then Maura Murray drained her bank account. She did not have a fortune. She had $280 roughly, but she took out all the money she had in there. Why would you drain your bank account? Why wouldn't you just use your card? I think that this was probably because nobody would trace her bank movements. She had a friend that was with her at nursing at UMass. Her name was Erin, and Maura had borrowed some clothes from Erin. Maura wanted to return those clothes to Erin. And on the day that Maura disappeared, she contacted Erin and she told her, I want to give you your clothes back. But Erin was asleep. So when Maura knocked on the door, Erin did not answer the door. And when Erin opened the door, she found the bag of clothes by the door. And that's the last time she ever heard or knew from Maura. She regrets it though, because probably if she would have been awake, she would have been able to speak to her for a last time. But obviously it's not her fault, because she didn't know this would be the last time, did she? Another suspicious thing that is really doing my head in, it's like I'm constantly thinking about this. Constantly thinking about why did she call inquiring about a 2-bedroom condo by the White Mountains. Probably she was thinking about spending the next few days there in the condo. She did not rent the property, but she inquired about the 2-bedroom condo. And then she called a woman that used to work with abused women. This woman was retired by the time that Maura called, but in the past he had been working with victims of abuse. And it is said that they also offer the second theory, and the less likely, in my opinion, is suicide. Did she manage to drive for more than 2 hours and a half to go from Amherst, UMass, to Haverhill, close to the White Mountains of New Hampshire, just to wander into the woods and take her own life? There is something crucial in this second theory, and it's the amount of personal items that she brought with her. The breakdown of the itemized list that was found on Maura's car. And this list might have been altered, so we may not have all the information, because the items in the list are the items that were given to Kathleen, Maura's older sister, after the police had taken some items for evidence. So probably there were more items that we do not have collection of. The items found in Maura Murray's car after she vanished are a Tundra garment bag, an open Tic Tac container, ESPN Zone card, MCI prepaid phone cards, Samsung travel adapter, Puma sweatpants, long sleeve polo, sports bra, navy V-neck sweater, Abercrombie and Fitch pants, sneakers, a pink sock, paper made pen, lots of makeup, army track pants, a duffel bag, a nursing book, health professional's drug guide, spiral notebook, UMass complete health questionnaire, pharmacology book, Vermont attractions map, car, carpet and stain remover, multicolored gloves, black gloves, sleeping pills, which there were two bottles. One was empty and the other one had been opened. So they were missing a few pills from the second sleeping pills container. So this means that she would have take some. But clearly, these are not like those are over the counter sleeping pills. They are not a strong drug or whatever. So it's like drinking herbal tea before going to sleep. It can knock you off for a couple extra hours, but it's not a serious drug. So don't think that she used the empty bottle of pills to kill herself, because this literally wouldn't kill you at all. And then the other items found in Maura's car: lotions, moisturizer, lots of hair shampoo, lots of toiletries. It looked like as though she was planning on running away, not a typical suicide, because you wouldn't take all your belongings with you if you're going to kill yourself. You're literally not taking your makeup or all those toiletries or your nursing books, because she brought the nursing books with her. So if you're planning on killing yourself, if you're planning on ending your own life, the last thing that you would be thinking about is makeup, nursing books, toiletries, shampoos. You wouldn't be thinking about all that. Birth control pills were also found. There were 4 missing pills of the birth control pills. There were 4 missing pills from the pack. She was clearly on the pill. So knowing that she brought all her stuff with her, I wouldn't think that she was planning on ending her own life. I do not believe in this theory at all. In fact, there is not many people that believe in this theory either. Not even the family. The family used to believe it at first. At first they thought, okay, maybe she has decided to end everything. But then you think it's not, because and like she had made plans with her sister Julie. They both have planned to go to Myrtle Beach on that spring break, and she looked very thrilled about it. So I think they were making plans, and she did not look suicidal though. White Mountains of New Hampshire were her favorite place in the entire world. So yeah, you can also think that that's the destination she chose to end her own life. Okay, I would buy that. But you literally don't bring all that stuff with you if you're planning on killing yourself. Plus, normally people that kill themselves used to leave a suicide note, and it's never been collected. That people seem to forget that the reason that the car had been found there is because she had a car accident. So Haverhill, Wild Amonosooc Road, Route 112 was not her final destination. She was going somewhere. We don't know where she was going to. That's the big mystery. So in this story, there are 2 huge mysteries. The first mystery is where she was going to. Where was she leading to? Where on earth was she planning to go on February 9th, 2004? And the second mystery is what happened on Wild Amonosooc Road on Haverhill. on Route 112. So this story is so mysterious because it's not only one mystery, it's like two mysteries wrapped in one. Okay. So this is why, but yeah, people seem to forget that she was on the Wild Amonosooc Road to kill herself, just to wander off to the woods and succumb to the elements. But Haverhill was not her final destination. She was passing by because she was going somewhere. Where? We don't know. But she was going somewhere and she had a car accident on a hairpin turn. Because it is like a very closed, a very dangerous road, treacherous. And the road was frosty because it had been recently snowing. There were snow banks alongside the road, and it was very dangerous. If you're not familiar with the area, it is quite a dangerous road to drive. And it seems like the place is not somewhere that you would go on purpose. Like, you either have to know where you're going or have no idea where you're going. It's not a common place. It's not somewhere that you normally would go to, because it's literally in the middle of nowhere. It's like you have to know where you're going, or maybe you could get lost and have no idea where you're going. It's either one of those two, because there is a missing hour, because they calculated it from the time that she left UMass, and then she went to the cash point, and then she went to the liquor store, and then she made it up to Haverhill. But it does not take the amount of time that it took Maura to get to Route 112. There is an hour discrepancy. But that's not the whole point. The whole point is that she had to go to the police station on that Monday. On the same Monday, she disappeared. She had to go to the police station to pick up some paperwork because she had had an accident 2 days ago with Fred's car, and she was going to be cited for that accident in front of the judge. But she did not go to the police station, and Fred was waiting for news, because the plan was Maura goes to the police station, she picks up the paperwork for insurance purposes, and then she had to call his father, and then she had to call her father and just give him a bit of a heads up about what was going on. But that call never took place, of course, because she did not go to the police station to pick up the paperwork. So she had no intentions of going to the police station. She looks like as though she had intentions of running away. And the third theory is that she could have succumbed into the elements. She apparently had the accident, and she apparently was so shook up, understandably. So you probably are shook up, nervous, appeared all jittery and just uneasy. So probably she was scared. She was shook up by the crash, and she was like having a nervous breakdown, probably like trying to get away as fast as she could, like trying to disappear just in case the police would show up, because she was going to be cited for the accident she had 2 days ago and 2 days prior. So one accident 2 days prior to the day she went missing, and another car accident on the day she went missing. Plus, on both accidents, she had been driving under the influence, so DUI clearly, and then she would have been cited in front of the judge because of the prior accident, and then she would have got a DUI for this one. So everything started to look very, very complicated for Maura in legal terms. So, and don't forget that she was on probation, and her probation was almost coming to an end, but she did not behave properly. So it's likely that this time she would have lost the chance to continue studying nursing at UMass. And with that record, nobody would hire her as a nurse. So I think that her future started to dawn upon her, and probably she wanted to run away, wait for the cops to go, wait for the police to leave the scene, and then she decided to hide in the woods and wait for the cops to get away, and then she would come out. But she was drunk, she was nervous, she was anxious, probably animals got her, probably she succumbed to the elements, probably she was freezing cold because it was freezing cold. So freezing cold, probably she died of hypothermia. And I remember that there was people saying that this could not be possible because when they searched the area, they could not find skeletal remains. But Scarinza, the lieutenant in charge of this case, said that how many animals die in the woods daily and you never see skeletons of animals laying around, scattered around the woods. And that made me think as well, because yeah, but then it's not likely, because as I've mentioned, it had been snowing and no footprints on the snowbanks that were just alongside the road, and no footprints either inside the wooded area surrounding the Wild Amonosooc Road. What's more, they brought cadaver dogs to trace for Maura's scent, and interestingly enough, I want you to take a look at this picture. And this picture shows the results of the cadaver dogs, which could trace Maura's scent from the crash site on that tree up to the intersection up the road. What this could mean? This would lead me to theory number 4 and the final theory. So this could perfectly mean that she got into a vehicle, because the cadaver dogs, they did like 3 searches, they performed 3 tests, and the same results were obtained in those 3 tests. The cadaver dogs could trace Maura's scent from the crash site to that intersection up there. And the hypothesis is that she would have likely gotten into a vehicle. Probably it was a tandem driver, somebody that she knew that was waiting for her, and pulled over by the side of the road. Maura got into the vehicle and they drove off. It could have also been somebody that she didn't know, someone that was driving by and somebody saw Maura. Probably they thought that she would need help, and they pulled over by the side of the road. Maura got into the vehicle and they took off and they drove off. Anyway, the third theory is foul play. And foul play is a wide range, but try to understand me. Foul play can include kidnapping or an abduction, can include an abduction and a murder, and a murder. And this, for me, can also be combined with the first theory that she intended and willingly ran away, but eventually met with foul play. That's personally my theory as well. I think she did meet with foul play. I think that someone saw the perfect opportunity and took it, because crime is opportunistic.